what I really think would be helpful for people I want to get into is like what you mentioned, sort of these exercises to understand your own attractions and what you really like and how to navigate that once the awareness is created. So I don't know if you want to take us through an exercise or just kind of in general tell us like, how do you approach this? How do you suggest clients or readers approach this?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the thing that I find most helpful is to kind of take away the labels because, as we said before, we're often kind of expected to have these labels, try to fit them in. So what I often invite people to do is to kind of just put them to the side for a moment and we can come back to them later. Um, because the labels are really, they're just a way for us to communicate to others something that might be important to us.
Mhm.
Um, but if we don't actually have that connection with what it is that's important to us, then we don't know what to say. So we put them aside. And what's sometimes helpful to do is to actually take some time and to just kind of ground yourself for a moment and think about, first of all, your physical body and connect with your physical body, whatever shape or type your body is, and think of some things that you like about your physical body. That might be difficult for some people, might be
Mhm.
easy for others. Think about some good traits, some nice things about your body, and try to do it without reference to gender. It's just your body. Um, and then you can kind of do the same with your personality. So, what kind of nice things might you have about your personality? Um, and so, kind of just thinking about that, you can write them down or whatever you like. And then the kind of second stage would be, again, without thinking about gender, think about if there was another body near to you. Like, what feelings or sensations would feel nice to you? Now behave, Rob.
If you could see what was inside my head right now, if I could project it.
Right. So that might be easier for some people than others to imagine. But just thinking about the sensations, like what kind of touch, like what kind of body would it be, like a strong body, or would it be like a very delicate body? Would it be like kind of soft skin, or would it be like kind of hairy skin, or would it be like rough, or would it, just all these things? Just think about it, really kind of breaking it down. What would feel nice against your skin, and then you can kind of think about the energy or the personality that comes along with it as well. Like
Mm.
now you've understood your personality or your energy. Like what energy would you like close to you? Like would it be like a warm person, a kind of a very like firm person, or whatever that might be? What would make you feel good? And you can kind of just build that up. And so what you will have by the end of this is a picture of what you are actually attracted to. And so rather than thinking, what's my sexuality? Am I gay, straight, bi, whatever? That doesn't really tell you anything, like we said before. By doing this, you actually have an understanding of what you're attracted to. And then instead of as well worrying about what is my gender, well, you've got a list of things that you like about your physical presence and things that you like about your emotional presence. Like that's kind of a lot of what like gender is. So we can break this all down. And then the trick is to kind of get used to that practice and then ask yourself in every moment, every day, every week, every whenever, what things would I like to be near to now in this moment? Or what do I like about the feel of my body now, today, or tomorrow night, or when I wake up in the morning, or whatever? So it's connecting with your body and listening into it and asking it, what is it like? What makes it feel good now, rather than forever, fundamentally, with certainty and no change. It's like having that ongoing conversation with your body. And what people often find is that your body will tell you, right? Your body will tell you what it wants. It's not
Mm.
complicated,
Yeah.
right? But it's, are we willing to actually listen in and think about it without the expectations of society, without reference to gender? And there you will find, perhaps you have a person with a very strong, firm, muscular body with a deep voice and a beard, but actually they really feel like they have a very gentle, nurturing personality that would like someone with another very strong body, perhaps, but
Yeah.
who also has a very like firm and assertive, but or whatever. And so you can break down all of those things and really get to know who you are, and that might change, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
So
Cool. I love all that. I have a few things that I want to reflect on, like amazing. And there's so much more in the book and more exercises. I loved reading those exercises that because they strip away all the things we attach to these things, and they just are exercises designed to get in touch with yourself, whatever that is. I love when you added the now to that question, like, what do you like now? Because, for example, I used to not like this, the chest hair. I used to be ashamed of it. And I thought that that was always how it would be. And that, like, it was just, it was gross and women didn't like it. And some women told me they didn't like it. And now I love it. I embrace it. And it started with external validation. And then I internalized that over time. And so it shifted, and now I like it, and we'll see what it is in the future. And that's the same with my attraction too. I've realized, what do I like now is not necessarily what it will be or what it has been. And I also think something like what you said makes me think of is like it when I was first exploring this stuff and getting in touch with my true self, and I would think about what I liked or what I wanted or fantasized about, and my brain would immediately go to, well, what does that mean? What does this mean? Does this mean I'm not straight? Does this mean I can't marry a woman? Does this mean I'll be able to have kids? Does this mean my family will think this or that? Or does this mean I'll have to change my social? What does it mean? And I like what you're talking about is like, I'm curious for your opinion, but my reflection is almost like, don't worry about what it means right now. Like, what it means will present itself over time. It'll just happen. But for now, just be aware of what you like and who you are and what you like about yourself and other people. How do you see it? Do you see it as like, don't worry about what it means, or is there a different way you see it?
no, that is the perfect way of explaining it. And that's what I also used to worry about, and a lot of people that I speak to worry about. It's like, what does it mean? And
Yeah.
because we've got our natural self, right? Like we were saying before, our natural body, it will tell us what it wants because that's what bodies do. Everybody has a body, everybody has, emotions and everything. So it's all natural. And the best way to be most of the time is to just be your authentic self. That's the way your body wants to move. It wants to connect. It wants to flow. And so that's really what we want. But the meaning is about other people, right? It's about society. It's
Hmm.
about the tribe, the acceptance into uh, the the society. And so if you are worried about the way that people are going to see you or treat you, then that's okay. But if that then means that you are forsaking your natural authenticity and the way that your body really is asking to be touched, asking to connect, asking to to flow, then you're going to be unwell. You're not going to be in your best state. And so that's why I invite people to focus first on connecting with your body, have a relationship with your body, get to know it. A lot of people don't know their own body
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
stuck with what do people think? What does society want? So do that first. And then you can decide, okay, what is important enough to me that I want to or would like to communicate it to
To
other
share. Yeah.
people. And you don't
Yeah.
have to, because the buck stops with you. You are
Right.
you, and that's who you are. But
Right.
you might want to, so you can do it in different ways. And there are different words you can use, you know?
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. The awareness is sort of the key, and the just like getting in touch with that for you. And you're absolutely right. You don't have to share anything, and you certainly don't have to share everything. Even me, who's like super open about most things, I don't share everything. And like that's okay. And wherever you are on that spectrum of how much you want to share and why is cool too. Also, what you just said made me think of this, and I think it's super important, is this idea of like thinking versus knowing. Like, I feel like I'm an overthinker, or have been in my life. I look at everything from every angle. I go over it 10 times. It's like, I often worry about the future, and that's my coping mechanism. And I'm deprogramming that. I'm trying to unlearn that. Plant medicine has been really helpful for that, but it's also just like a form of meditation. I find that when I'm meditating or just getting quiet, it allows me to not overthink, and it allows me to just know. And there are things in you that thinking can actually obscure them, and that you actually know them without having to think. And sometimes you have to do something like meditate or plant medicine that consciously put like allows you to not think so much and just know. And the truth will come if you get quiet enough. What do you think of that?
That is absolutely it. And as a fellow overthinker, I think a lot of LGBT people, a lot of people, particularly with less recognized identities like ours, we do overthink, and it's a response to living in a world that doesn't recognize or understand what's naturally going on inside us. So when we're young, we feel, we know what our natural sensations and desires and wants and needs are. And then that gets put through the filter of, oh, is this normal? Will I be accepted by people? And the answer,
Mhm.
of course, is no. And
Mhm.
so then we have to expend such a lot of energy overthinking, because we're constantly planning, constantly manicuring our, appearance and our expression, the way that we're moving, and kind of the way people see us, so as not to let them see what we really are. And of course, it's wonderful to hear that you have been able to heal. And I think a lot of what we do talking about it so much is our own kind of healing. Um, so when we heal from that, we get more confident in saying, okay, well, this is me. It might be a bit different to like
Yeah.
what society wants, but it's beautiful and it's wonderful. And so people who are still in, unfortunately, which is a lot of people, that state of fear, basically fear and trauma and anxiety, will be thinking. So it's like,
Yeah.
what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What you're thinking is, well, what do people think of me? And it's understandable, and it's okay, because we still live in that very unaccepting world. But if we can learn slowly and gradually to listen in and get to know, at least, then we can decide, if it's safe to do so, what we want to share and what we don't.
Right. Beautiful. Yeah, finding that truth for yourself, step one, and then you choose what you want to do with that. And there's no rules. And I love this conversation. I love going deeper on this stuff and talking about fluidity. It's really a lovely umbrella. In some ways, it's almost a more clear umbrella than the bi umbrella, which is specific and cultural, and fluid is a little bit feels very true to nature and earth and the energy of the universe to me. We have to end here, but I want you to stick around for a few minutes on Patreon. I want to see if we left anything out. I want to ask you about the dedication of your book, which is to your former self. Before we do that, any final thoughts? And also, where can people find your book? Is it already out?
Yeah, just to say, I mean, I love this conversation as well. And thank you so, so much for all that you do. I mean, I said before that this podcast was one of the things that I first listened to when I was coming to understand myself. So it's wonderful, wonderful what you do. And yeah, the book is really just for anyone who would like to understand their sexuality more, anyone who feels like they have a shifting or changing or complex or undefined sexuality, and anybody who is an ally or would like to just understand it more. So I would love to share it with you. You can find it basically by searching Fluid by Mark Cusack, and anywhere where books are sold, all the major kind of online booksellers will have it, and then it will be out in the UK, the States, Ireland, the Canada, Australia, New Zealand, at least on the 21st of April.
Cool.
And you can buy it for yourself. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you
Awesome.
think.
Awesome. Pretty sure this podcast will go out before that. So we'll put some links in the show notes. If you can search for it, you can also find it in the show notes. Pre-order it. It's lovely. I love the cover. It's really cool looking. It's a lovely addition to the bi bookshelf or the fluid queer bookshelf. It does have the bi colors, so it fits with all your other
We
bi
got
books.
that in there.
I love it. It's the fluid colors now. Cool. Well, stick around for a minute, Mark. If you want to hear more with Mark a little bit more, come visit us on patreon.com/Robert Brooks Cohen. Thank you all for listening. And thank you so much, Mark, for coming back on Two Bi Guys and for writing this book.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much, Rob.
Two Bi Guys by One Bi Guy is produced and edited by me, Robert Brooks Cohen, and it was created by me and Alex Boyd. Our new logo art is by Caitlin Weinman. Our music is by Ross Mincer. To help support this podcast, visit patreon.com/Robert Brooks Cohen. You'll get full video episodes, early access, and bonus content. Visit robertbrookscohen.com to learn more about my coaching, my book, and my stand-up comedy. And thanks for listening to Two Bi Guys by One Bi Guy.